Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the today's restaurant networking group, 11 o'clock on June the 13th. And I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of today's restaurant. And we are a group of vendors in the restaurant industry who are here to help each other grow our businesses. And if you're a restaurant owner, manager, and chef, and you're having an issue or a problem that you need help with, I encourage you to give us a call and arrange to talk to some of our members or come to a meeting. We've got hundreds of years of experience with everybody that's here, and if we can't help you, we know who can. So, welcome everybody. Well, let me give you the phone number. It's 561 620 8888. Go to our website at trnusa.com. And if you'd like to see some of the videos that we have, numbering over 740 now on our YouTube channel, you can go to our website and click on the tab at the top of the page, which says YouTube, and it'll take you right to the channel. Now, I want to welcome Pete Wurth. Pete is from a company that's been here before with another participant. So, Pete, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, et cetera, et cetera.
Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, fine.
Excellent. So I am the commercial and residential sales manager for Vector Security, a company that's been around for over 52 years. We specialize in both commercial and residential security. We do have a lot of restaurants that we have under our belt, as well as other industries. One that you guys may be familiar with is Chef Warehouse. If you're in the restaurant industry, you probably know them.
Yes.
Yeah, we do their security for the location in, I think it's in Hialeah. It's by the airport. That entire facility, as well as other restaurants, in the area. My territory is from Vero Beach all the way down to the Keys, and across from Fort Myers all the way down to Naples. So I have techs, and we have reps in all the areas. So, and I'm here to learn.
All right, how do we reach you?
My cell phone number is 561-350-4238. And my email address is pewurth@vectorsecurity.com.
Peter, don't worry about writing down all the information that you're going to hear from all the other members. I'll send out a spreadsheet with all the information, the contact information, and I'll double back to you after everybody does their intro so that you can amend anything you said or add. And we're casual here, jump in anytime. And today I'm really excited because I finally got the speaker from the group who I've been prompting for months. Fred Bean is going to be doing a presentation today. I'm ready if you are, Fred.
Yeah, absolutely. I can jump right into it. Thank you for the time. And yes, the hint was well received, Howard. I appreciate the nudge. I'm gonna save everybody from the typical PowerPoint slide presentation stuff and jump really right into the technology because it's pretty straightforward process of what we're trying to do. As many of you know, restaurants as well as hotels and hospitality businesses in general are resource constrained right now. And everybody's looking for a way to leverage AI in a way that is ethical and also puts them in a situation where they're not necessarily eliminating human expertise and employees, but really helping to optimize them. And so what we've done based on the feedback that we received from a number of hotels, and we primarily right now work with restaurants that are within hotels. So that's kind of how we started that process. And now we're talking to Landry's and some other folks that have standalone restaurants. But the idea was because these groups were resource constrained and didn't spend enough from a marketing perspective on the resources for the restaurants. They needed some technology support. So we went out and we partnered with an AI data partner called Datrix, and we launched what we call Reputation AI. Now, I wanted to focus on doing this for restaurants and spas because I thought that the hotel, excuse me, I guess if you call it reputation management, industry was a little bit saturated, so we didn't need yet another solution to jump in there. But based on the conversations that I've had, hotels have been forcing us into that model, and we also developed some additional functionality to help them respond to guest surveys if they're using another solution that sends out surveys for them. So what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to jump into the technology. The way that I do these things is I like to have them as an informal conversation. So at any point during the process, if you have any questions, please interrupt me, ask the question. I want to make sure that I don't move too quickly because I do have a habit of talking very fast. But, and I might use a couple of three-letter acronyms, but I think you guys know all of them anyway. So I'm going to try to share my screen here.
Go ahead.
Okay. And maybe not. Give me 1 second here. There are the windows. Okay, so let me try something different here. You would think as a technology guy that I know how to use screen shares, but this always seems to be a problem when we're doing these things. So
Because they keep changing. They keep changing it.
yeah, it's I switched from multiple screens to one 49-inch screen, but
Mhm.
now that seems to make it
Well, it's also
even.
the window. It's like trying to have you show either just the window or the whole screen, and you have to kind of decipher what you're trying to show.
Yeah, okay, finally. I think we've got, yes, we've got it. Okay, so I just needed to separate my screens and now I'm going to share, and you should see a dashboard in front of you momentarily here. Okay, perfect. All
Yep.
right. You see the dashboard?
Here you go.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So this is there's a few tabs that we'll walk through, but basically to give you the core overview of the dashboard, we are aggregating reviews right now for restaurants across three primary channels right now. We've had many requests recently to add Open Table. It is not yet in the platform. Currently, we have Google for the business profiles. We have Yelp and we have TripAdvisor as the top three channels that we're currently providing. Very lightweight, easy integration for the restaurants, spas, or even hotels to use. For hotels, we do also offer responses to messages from Expedia and Booking.com, those channels as well. So what you will see first, and let me get this menu out of the way. Okay. First thing that you should see on the navigation bar will be the dashboard, which is where we are. There will be a reviews tab, which we'll go into later. The surveys that I mentioned, just as for your information, the initial request that we had was to help hotels respond to surveys from Revinate. So we are able to do that for them via AI. If there are others that restaurants use in particular, we'll be able to add those relatively easily. And then, of course, we have the ability to compare the information between multiple venues and also help venues request reviews as well. Here you'll see a drop list where you can select between property types, whether it's a restaurant or hotel. And then we've got some other configuration settings over here. But the dashboard itself, the main section, you'll see that we've got the review site distribution. So I can show you the number of reviews on Google, on Yelp, which in the demo doesn't look like it's pulling in any. And then, of course, for TripAdvisor. Next, we show some featured reviews. So you can see these are top 5-star reviews, which is always good for the venue to see so they can feel good about what they're doing. And they can read more details if they want to see what's going on with the review. Next, we do provide some analytics. We aggregate the statistics so we can show them the total reviews, average rating, the review distribution based on the count and whether or not the sentiment is positive, negative, or neutral. And then, of course, you can see all of the star ratings. Next, we can show the average trend for the data over time, and they can see these trend charts. Pretty rudimentary, straightforward stuff, but very helpful for them to see where the patterns are. And then, of course, the number of reviews themselves and the sentiment, and then since we're just looking at restaurants, it's just the one classification. Now, right now, I'm just looking at general test data. I'm not showing, even though we do have these restaurants in the production environment, we're looking at the test information. But now as we go into the detailed reviews, I want to show you a couple of things because this is where the benefit is really shown. The first thing you will see is the location that we're talking about, which is Glorietta. And then you'll see some of the review highlights related to the sentiment and the things that the guests are saying within the reviews, the areas that they're targeting. Now, here you'll notice a couple of things. Obviously, we have the name and the address of the restaurant. So if you're a user with multiple venues, you can see exactly who you're looking at. Then you can also see the channel on which the review has come from. And this icon shows the drafted response that the AI has created. So this is the reviewer's name or their user handle, depending upon the channel. You can see the date of the review, the information about the review, although it looks like this one might be cut off in the demo. And then you can see the draft of the response from the AI. Now, the customer or the restaurant has a couple of different options here. They can look at this and say, hey, this is great. Let's go ahead and approve it and publish it. Or they can come in and make edits to the response if they want to. Now, in the configuration, we give the restaurants or the venues the opportunity to configure how long they would like the draft to sit before it actually automatically publishes. Most of our clients so far have set it to 48 hours, which gives them sort of a bandwidth where every couple of days they're coming in to check to see if there's something that they want to change or if they just want to let it approve. Most of them are going with the automated approvals at this point. For the surveys, we set it to be a little bit longer. We set it for 7 days to give them, because they're a little bit more comprehensive and there may be some information that they want to adjust there. But it's working very well. It's on point related to the tone of the messaging. And I would say that usually within the first 30 days, as we're refining the messaging and getting a sense for how the hotel or the restaurant wants to communicate, we're able to capture the tone in the AI so that the responses are on brand and hit the brand messaging that they're looking for. So often what's happening is that whether it's a guest manager, like guest experiences or front desk or whoever's in the F&B marketing department will be able to come in and quickly review them, maybe change the signature and hit approve and move forward. And this would be the same for any channel that we've integrated. So it's the same for TripAdvisor as well as Yelp. And then you can scroll down and see other venues where you have the same type of information. You've got a little bit more detail based on the reviews. As many of you know, there's a bunch of reviews that oftentimes have no information. It'll just have a rating. This one actually has some information, not much of a sentiment, but it was the fact that there was a reservation canceled, and then we've got a response as well. The other thing that restaurants can do here, and this is something that I didn't even really know that they needed, but from the standpoint of determining which reviews to respond to, we've had conversations with general managers and F&B directors where they don't necessarily want to respond to every 5-star review, especially if there's no comments, but they do want to respond to every negative review. And we can also set percentages if need be. So let's say they want to respond to 40% of the 5-star reviews, but they want to respond to 100% of negative reviews. We can set that from a configuration perspective as well. We just need to know what it is that they're looking for. And so the idea here is to really take the sort of this particular task off the hands of the hotels or restaurants so that they can actually be optimized and focused on servicing the guests that are on property, as well as anything else they may be doing from a marketing and proposal perspective. The other reason that this is starting to become important is that from a training perspective, it does take time, and I know this is always a little sensitive when we start talking about this. It does take time to train humans to message or respond appropriately. And one of the things that we've been seeing, not only in the hotel industry, but in the restaurant industry over the years, is that the level of, I guess, written communication has been degrading over time, including having to teach people how to write appropriate salutations and greetings related to email communication or messaging. So this is something that is taking a lot of that burden off of the hands of the hiring managers and the people that are running the venues. So this is a pretty straightforward solution. And the idea here is to make it simple from an integration perspective. All we need to integrate and begin collecting reviews and be able to generate the responses is to have a user created so that we can access and log into the system just like a user would. And then we can collect and aggregate the data and start generating the responses and working with the venues. So we're able to get venues set up pretty much the same day. And then we work, we like to say, let's take the first 30 days to make sure that we're optimizing the responses, that the AI is responding the way that you want it to, and then, let it roll based on your level of comfort with full automation. I'm a big believer in trust but verify with AI. I've been involved in a lot of AI conversations, talking to a lot of AI vendors and partners. Number one question I always ask is how do we kill it if we need to? So that's why I do like personally to have that 48 to 72-hour window for a human to come in, verify that the responses are what they want, and then they can click approve. But other than that, if you want to let it fly or let it rip, you have the ability to do that as well. And so just to show you quickly a couple of the other things, although we don't have the surveys or the others in the demo, but the real meat of the solution that everybody loves so far is here. So it may not be the sexiest solution in the world as far as the UI is concerned, but it's very functional and flexible and gives the venues the opportunity to get in and out as quickly as possible. So that really is the extent of the platform overview and the demo. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts? Because I'm definitely open to the feedback of this group because you've all worked with restaurants much longer than I have. And I do learn something every day from them. And I know that the standalone restaurants are a little bit different than the hotel venues because the considerations are a little bit different, even though personally I don't think that they should be because they're all marketing to local customers. But after having conversations with a couple of Twin Peaks and Bahama Breezes, I know that the thoughts are a little bit different. So any feedback on what you've seen?
Well, I do have a question. When I'm reading uh, reviews on Yelp, especially,
Yeah.
and some of the other platforms, I go down. There's a couple of them, they say they give the stars, they give their comments, but then at the bottom of that, okay, it says other recommendations not suggested. So they actually hide those reviews.
Yeah, they often do. Now they do show up for a while. You're talking about the negative reviews?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they show them. So, you don't really get a true understanding of what is going on, what the situation is, if it's a health risk, if it's, management issues, whatever it is, but they don't show it. It's in small print. It does say other reviews not recommended.
Yeah, well, if the review is in the platform from a venue perspective, we'll still pull that and display that in the system. So
Okay.
even if it's hidden from Yelp, you'll see it in the platform and have the ability to respond to it.
Okay.
Oftentimes, when they're hiding them on Yelp, it's because it's an enhanced subscription or an advertising provider because they want to try to put them on a better footing so that they generate more click-throughs
Oh,
for the CPC.
thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Any other
Hey,
questions?
Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few things that I would probably recommend for you, and that's the decision-making process when people go to select a restaurant. The first thing that they talk about is what type of food that they want. The second is about how far and the distance. The third is the ambiance, like you have there. The fourth is the food quality, and the fifth is the pricing. Um, so that's the order of how people think. And it changes slightly every year, but not much. So if that helps you at all, I don't know.
It does. So you'd recommend changing sort of the order of the categories and possibly adding cuisine.
Yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes the restaurant name doesn't necessarily say what it truly is.
True. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's very helpful feedback. I'll talk to the team about that. Thank you.
Definitely.
Fred, I've got one question. We have a bunch of customers currently that use Marquee. how do you guys compare to Marquee from like a switching over standpoint?
Well, so ours is usually, excuse me, much lighter integration and faster from an onboarding and time to market perspective. I will say that Marquee is a much more mature solution, and so there are additional bells and whistles that we don't currently have in the system, and we may not develop them going forward because we are trying to. I don't want to be considered a budget solution, but we want to be able to be considered a very fast and flexible solution that anybody can use, and we've been pricing it accordingly so far. So right now we're charging restaurants with the set of channels that we have so far, $100 per venue per month, and then for hotels it's $200 per venue per month because there's more channels and more specific integration with Expedia and booking and things like that. So I don't know that they are. Uh, I don't know that there's a one-to-one comparison that I could make between the solutions.
Makes sense. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions? Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate the time and attention, and Howard, I appreciate the nudge. At any point in time, if there are any questions, please feel free to let me know. We do have some other things that we're going to be rolling out, and I think many of you are already doing some of these things, like AI voice, to be able to answer the restaurant calls. One of the things that we've seen, a lot of the restaurants that we work with, they have nobody to answer the phone when somebody calls. And so it either goes to a voicemail or people don't get an answer at all, which is not good, obviously, when they're coming to try to find a restaurant or they're coming and wanting to dine there. So we'll be rolling out some other solutions related to that. We're always doing development, trying to solve specific problems that are requested by the industry rather than trying to find, a market for a solution that we've developed. So if you come across any sort of common issues or challenges that you're hearing as you're talking to your customers that needs a solution that doesn't exist, please feel free to let me know because we excel at that and we love that. And I prefer to be on the side where we're helping somebody solve a problem rather than selling them something that they don't need. So with that, I will officially close my presentation today, but I appreciate the time and attention.
I do have a question. It may be silly, but in the analytics that you're providing, are you able to provide analytics on menu items that are selling or not selling?
So today we don't. We do have the ability to audit the menu items, but that's actually a good point. I think in order for us to be able to do that, though, we would need some integration with the POS, which is actually not a bad idea. So I'm actually going to take a note on that and see how we can do something like that. What we can do, though, is based on the sentiment and the feedback about the different categories, we could probably add a category about the menu and track sentiment about the menu in general. So I'm going to talk to the team and see if that's something that we can do. But the deeper integration with the POS is what would probably allow us to do more analytics on what's selling and what's not from a menu item perspective. But that's a really good idea that I want to talk to my guys about. So thank you for that.
Okay. See, I thought it was silly, but I was good. I for one really am glad that you did this presentation because now I understand what you do, and I'm sure uh, the members here now have an idea and will be able to uh, help you as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So again, always happy to entertain any conversations. I've talked to a few folks from the team here already, so hopefully we'll find some ways to work together in some form or fashion.
No, that was great. Thank you. And if anybody else wants to schedule themselves for a presentation, please let me know. And remember, next week at 10 a.m. East Coast time, we have a guest speaker coming in who Azalea recommended and I have spoken to. And she's putting together a program specifically for the food service industry to present next week at 10 o'clock. That's a combined meeting. So, and then I did schedule July 11th with a gentleman who is a LinkedIn AI specialist. So that should be interesting as well. Okay, so let's do our intros. And Randy, why don't you start us off?
Hey, all right. Great presentation, Fred. Thank you for the info. Randy Compute is here with Heartland Payroll. We are the strategic partner of the FRLA, and I'm mixing up my associations here. And next week we'll be at the FAIA, which is the Insurance Association here in Florida. Heartland, we specialize in all payroll, HR, facility operations. We actually handle startups, 1 and 2 company, mom and pops, mergers, multi IDs, and what I've been working on lately are the franchises. Speaking with Terry earlier, I am now responsible for a new group, which hopefully I can bring in some great contacts. It's called What Now Miami, and it's mostly companies that are starting up. Second location here in West Palm and Miami, and hopefully I can bring some of those folks in. Sorry for the background noise. I had a meeting here, and it's a little loud here. So thank you. And then my number is 585-622-2993, and I will put my contact information in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good
Terry,
job. Congrats.
Terry Ark. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Again, I'm Terry. I am the owner of Creative Business Impressions. I have been in the promotional products industry for now 22 years. Worked for other companies, started my own company in 2018, just before COVID hit. So I have been dealing with a lot of the changes that have taken place in the industry because of COVID. A lot of companies merged, some companies went out of business. But at this point, I have about 5,000 vendors that I deal with, and over 1 million products. So everything that you can possibly think of that you want to put your company logo on. Since the weather's warming up, it's not cooling off, it's warming up, and everybody's going outside, I thought I would show a few, just one thing that I thought was a great idea. If a restaurant's doing any type of delivery, or if anybody's doing any type of tailgating parties, anything outside, barbecues, things like that, I'm sure you guys have seen these things where they collapsible, hopefully you can see it. Anyway, collapsible type containers where you can actually put your food in and carry it. And then it will, when you're finished with it, it's nice and flat. So there's all kinds of different things out there right now. You can put your company logo on if you've got a really good customer and you want to give them a gift, or if you want to upsell it and make some extra money on it. I work with the vendors to make sure that we can get the pricing down enough where the price that you sell it for would be a reasonable price for the customer. So try to be workable. I've got some franchise experience. Did a couple of them, and I love those. Those are really great grand openings and things like that. My phone number is 561-308-1393.
Hey, Terry, do you want to be introduced to any vendors? I just talked to somebody this morning that
Oh, yeah.
has
Always.
okay, because he's got a portable safe that you can take to the pool and the beach with you. And it's
Okay.
also got a digital screen for advertising, some other stuff. I'll connect you guys because there may be something there.
Sounds great.
Okay.
One other thing I would like to mention, I'm not sure if there's a mic on here, but I'm not sure if that's the mic that I had my one-on-one with. We had a great mic.
Yes, that's
okay.
me.
Wasn't sure. We had a great one-on-one this week.
Absolutely.
So I thought that was a very, very productive, and I know that we can help each other with a lot of things. So
Absolutely. It was very informative, and I was able to speak to Denise about it, so hopefully she'll be reaching out to you soon as well.
Okay. Yeah. And and we're connecting the other things that we talked about as well.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, Nancy Slotnick, and my company is NEI. We make a robotic burger grill, that we sell to restaurants, and based in New York City. I put my information in the chat. My phone number is 917-701-3104. And I don't want to make everybody jealous, but I got to meet John Marinek this week in person, and I got to try his new batch of honey, which was so amazing. So when you guys were talking about that before, that's one of the advantages of being in New York, to get to meet some of the northerners, the northern East Coast of
You
us.
never know where John's going to turn up.
Exactly. Well, then not to mention business-wise, it was like very fascinating. He's had a very interesting life. And when Jomi and I had a one-on-one call, she was the one that said, like, "Oh my God, John and I had been trying to reach each other, but she was like, 'Oh, you have to talk to him.' He's been so helpful and interesting and etc." So good to meet you, John.
Okay, thank you. The birthday boy.
Happy birthday to you. Not just joking, just joking. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. And my name is Dice Barnett with the Birthday Club, and it's a celebration platform for restaurants and retailers. We help businesses get new and repeat business very easily. So an ideal referral for us is any restaurant that has 80 seats or more, has a full bar, of course, that just gives a lift to their average ticket with us, and is known for a great place to celebrate. We also do work with startups as well. And in a nutshell, we have over 20 million people in our database now, just in the Southeast alone, nationwide over 100 million. And we literally can get them from their couch to your restaurant when it's their birthday. So you can contact us at 352-565-4307.
Okay, thank you. Steve, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, all. Happy Friday. Fred, likewise, great presentation. My company is Leasing Solutions. I'm located in Palisades, New York. I've been in business since 2001. Prior to that, I was a banker, and I can provide financing solutions for mainly equipment for any size businesses nationwide, $5,000 to $2 million plus, and all credit criteria. Startups, long time in business, nationwide. I can do Canada and Puerto Rico. My phone number is 845-362-6106.
Okay, thank you. Azalea, good morning. Now we can see you. Almost.
Hi, team. My name is Asalia. I am a business broker and commercial realtor in South Florida. Currently, we have 39 restaurants that we're selling. I work in Miami-Dade and Broward. If your client's looking to buy a restaurant, sell a restaurant, or lease a commercial space that had some kind of bones of a restaurant space, I'm here to help. My number is 786-457-2796.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Alex, a new member.
Hey everyone, Alex Moats with Kitchen Guard of Southeast Florida. I met a lot of you last week. We do kitchen exhaust cleaning, maintenance, and also all back of the restaurant cleaning. We can do a bunch of different applications. We service from about Port St. Lucie down to Fort Lauderdale. You can reach me at 561-970-6941 or amotes@kitchenguard.com. And spoke to John after the meeting last week. Had a great call with him. So yeah, just wanted to thank everybody for the hospitality and for being here.
Great. Thank you. Let's go to Chris. He's alone today.
I am. Not sure where John is. Kevin is doing family stuff today, so.
Oh, I know where John is.
I know where John is.
Well, he's at what, the hockey playoffs or something
Went
in
to the game
Florida,
last
maybe.
night. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a guy who goes to more sports events than he does. Anyway, we are strategic supply chain partners. We function as an outsourced purchasing department for our clients, delivering enhanced purchasing programs with distributors and manufacturers. We work solely for the benefit of our clients. We're distributor agnostic, GPO agnostic. We work with all of them. Our job is to find the best fit, make a recommendation, and then let them decide what they want to do. We work on a contingency basis, meaning we only get paid if we actually deliver savings. For the people who have signed us up, savings that we have delivered typically range between 8 and 15%, like clockwork. For the folks in the group here, we've got a great referral program. We pay all of our referral partners 10% of anything we earn for the life of any contract we put in place. Our typical contract runs about 3 years. And when I say contract, the contract that we get paid off of is what we put in place with a distributor. So anyway, strategic supply chain partners, give us a holler. Howard, I know you post all the contact information after the meeting. Love to talk to you. That's it.
You want to just give us the number so that people watching can contact you?
Maybe 985-778-1515. There you go.
Okay. Mike, in the car.
Yes, sir. I'm in the car. I'm stopped now. So, Mike Newkirk of Brisk Coffee Roasters, new business development manager. We're here to provide all your coffee needs in the restaurant industry, everything from drip coffee, espresso, cold brew, retail packs. We do provide equipment for qualified accounts. For those that don't qualify, if you need something like a large espresso machine, I do know a gentleman named Steve that can help you get financing for that.
Yep.
Shout out to you, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
Nice
Anybody need to reach
nice
me is mnewkirk@briskcoffee.com, or my number is 256-710-8975.
Great. Where'd he go? Where's Marinick? Marinick, John Marinick. Good morning.
Good morning. John Marinick, Marinick Food Service Consultants. We design restaurants. We consult on them. Anything that you need in the way of getting open quick, we're the people to call. 954-817-1183. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Stephanie.
Hello, everyone. So I only have a couple minutes, but I actually have a lot in my brain right now I want to share. Mark and we're Brilliant Computers. He has been servicing the South Florida area and beyond for now really close to 40 years, because he has been doing this since 1995. So wow. We were just at an IT conference, an expo, where we learned a lot about what is coming in the future for IT and MSPs and small medium businesses and the home user. And so there's a lot of stuff that if you keep look at our website, brilliantcomputers.com, our Instagram, which is brilliantcomputers underscore. We'll start sharing a little bit about what's happening in the market, but we've got Mark, MSP 1.0, Break and Fix. You've got me, the MSP 2.0, who helps with business email, management and support, online backup, security. When in doubt, reach out. You could open a ticket by emailing support@brilliantcomputers.com. Really excited to maybe schedule a presentation at some point to share a little bit about what we learned and what's important for you all to know too.
Look forward to it. Thank you. Joemi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hi, everybody. My name is Joemi Vega. I'm the founder and creative director for DV Studio. We are a design studio that specializes in restaurants and F&B. We focus on full interior branding, from concept creation and revamp and scale concepts that support franchise growth. So we work with operators, developers, franchise groups to create environments that are strategically designed so they don't just look great, but enhance the guest experience, operational flow, and brand value. You can reach us at 407-250-7045 and look us up with the list that Howard will send after the meeting. Thanks.
Thank you. John Bond, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Father's Day to everyone. My name is John Bunham with the Bun Company. If you've ever seen a product that's been tied with twine and has a very unique knot, that's our machine. Literally from bakery goods in the 20s to pizza boxes up to today. So if you want to get rid of your plastic bags and you want a good way to secure your food from delivery drivers entering it, give us a shout. We're 1-800-222-BUN. Our website is buntyco.com and our email is info@buntyco.com.
Thank you. Jordan, good morning.
Hey everyone, happy Friday. My name is Jordan Silverman. I started a company called Starfish, which helps restaurants automatically analyze their finances and lower costs. We were recently acquired by Spot On, the leading point of sale system for restaurants. I am continuing to build out Starfish for Spot On, renamed to Profit Assist. Our goal, really simple, is to help restaurants lower their costs and increase profits. We are seeing, on average, 4% lower costs across our customer base. You can email me, jordan.silverman@spoton.com, and my cell phone is 914-844-5775.
Are you continuing with the Starfish name?
No, Starfish name is going away. We are rebranding to Profit Assist. We are not just supporting Spot On restaurants. We are supporting all restaurants, regardless of point of sale. And the new brand name is Profit Assist.
Can you email me all of your new contact information, please?
Absolutely.
And Jordan, send me a press release on that if you don't mind.
Sounds good, Terry. I'll send an email to both of you guys today.
Perfect. Thank you.
And who am I missing? Terry, you're up. TRN Terry.
Did we get everyone?
Yep.
Why do I feel like someone's missing? Because I'm an airhead. Okay, today is Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th for all you Freddy Krueger fans. For me, it's always been a nice, peaceful day. Let's hope it stays that way. Anyway, what I do is just provide leads. I provide a monthly lead report with my team, and we get it out to you in the first week in an Excel spreadsheet. We guarantee 50 leads every single month, brand new, coming into Florida, building ground up, taking over another spot. How many units do they have? Owners' names, email addresses, phone numbers, and about when they're opening. Now, remember, this is an Excel spreadsheet. So the big companies that take these, like Gordon Food Service, Cisco, they take and they divide them up into the sections of their salesmen, their salespeople. So the FRLA takes them every year religiously. They are to renew, and they get a lot of their members through this report. Second to none anywhere, guaranteed. If you find anything even close to this, you get a free year of leads. That's how sure we are. You will have, last month was our record. We had 89 brand new leads for the month, not including the ones that had just opened. These are just the under construction down, in the works, coming into Florida. A lot of chains coming in. I want to let you know that. Chains that are from California. We have a Canadian chain coming in from Chile. We have chains coming in from all over. So if you want a sample, let me know and I'll send it to you. It won't have the, obviously the emails, but it's an older report, but you can see what it is exactly and the quality of the report. Terry, Terri at trnusa.com. And we work 6 days a week to bring you that report every month. Now, if you go on the website, you're going to see a price. Email me. That's not your price for being in the group.
Terry, will you send me a sample report?
I absolutely will, Jordan.
Thank you.
My pleasure. As soon as the meeting's over.
Okay.
Terry, can you send me one too? Strami.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
I sent you one.
You did?
I did. You asked last week and I sent it, but you know what? You may not have gotten it. The internets have been really screwy. We had that solar flare thing. I'll send you another one.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. The meeting's over.
Okay. Thank you. Peter, you want to amend anything you said or add? Can't take away.
No, I mean, as I said, I'm new to the group, so I'm eager to learn more about it. I've taken some notes. I think I might be able to talk to Randy later on. I'll shoot him an email. I might be interested in connecting with him for not for me, but for my wife's company. They're looking for a new payroll company.
Fantastic. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. As I said, if you guys, any restaurants or anybody that is interested in security, video surveillance, fire systems, or access control, I'll be your guy.
Absolutely.
And Vectra is a national company, so anywhere in the States.
All right, great. Maybe you want to schedule a presentation to the group at some point. No,
absolutely.
Right now I'm going to be on him. All right. My name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant, and we've been publishing for the industry since 1996. And we were in print from the beginning until 2018, when we became a digital publication. And if you go to our website, trnusa.com, you'll see our newspaper as you open up the website. And you can advertise, excuse me, in the newspaper. And because we are digital, we were able to add different services to our menu. We do an email blast program. And we do, of course, Terry's Restaurant Leads Report. And we have 2 networking groups that we host. And we can reach just about 500,000 people with our emails and advertising in the paper. So if you're in the industry, you want to grow your business, we can help you. And if you're a member of the group, you get discounts on our services as well. I want to again thank Fred Bean for a great presentation. And anybody want to schedule themselves? Oh yeah, don't forget, next week at 10 a.m. East Coast time, we have a combined meeting. So anytime after that, if somebody wants to schedule themselves, please let me know. If not, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day if it applies. We'll see you next week, and let the sauce be with you.